privileged to have been given the chance to water our plants, so I'm giving you the general overview of our squash plantation here. As you can see, the squash in this section have been growing steadily, and in fact it even occupy almost entirely here the here at the ropes which I fixed, and at the end of it there is a potential fruit. Wow, we are just so happy to see that. And there are also plenty of other squash that attempted to even replicate or even mimic the other growth and development of this squash, which seem to be very dominant here in this section. Since the time that I pruned this, there are plenty of young shoots that seem to be growing, and wow, we are expecting that this squash in itself is going to become like dominant also here in this section. So I started pruning it, and wow, the leaves started to thicken. So nice. So there are still others which are struggling. So here in this section, it is already being admitted that the squash becomes so dominant and the leaves are so thick, and perhaps if you're going to hide there in the middle, then you will not be able to be recognized. And there are plenty of blossoms that seem to be opening by tomorrow, and we are hoping that the bees are going to do its part in pollinating the other parts of the squash, which I wasn't able to do. So this is our source of water. I just let it soak for the meantime while we are taking some documentary here. This one I hope it will become a reality this time. So the leaves really are becoming so gigantic this time. It became so big, and as the time goes by, I am observing that the squash really is dominating, and they seem to be okay. They seem to be like gaining its freedom in terms of growth, because this time I noticed that they seem to be very happy as they reached the top portion of our as it reached the top portion of our rope. Okay. So our place this time became like forest. Our garden looks like forest this time. Okay, so I am almost reaching the half portion of it, and wow, this is the scenario here, and we're just happy to bring you the good news of our squash plantation here. Thank you guys for hanging on.